What is up, my man?
Not too bad, man. Not too bad.
I'm glad to have my good friend here on Tyro.
What's up?
What's up? What's up?
What's up?
What's up? And you know, it's good to have someone, another like-minded person on this new show.
Man, he's like a brother from another mother. That's all I've got to say to that.
Exactly. You know, you're Asian, I'm black, African. You know.
Black and tan, my friend. Black and tan. That's all I got to say to that.
There's no borders here. We're going worldwide with this shit. And we're going to have a discussion about the overwhelming abundance of media, man, in this day and age. And it's affected me as a content creator in everything I want to do, in my entertainment life, just watching stuff. It's just so overwhelming that
it's affected me as a content user, as somebody who just wants to obtain the information and obtain the content use. But first things first, I'd just like to introduce myself. If that's okay with you, Don.
Mm-hmm.
My name is Mampus. I've known Don for, you know what, almost a year?
Yeah, a year.
On and off for a year.
Longer than a year.
Longer than a year, but we've kind of known each other like, kind of in a way, kind of like we got to know each other, but not really got to know each other via this thing called the Spill Convention, or the Spill events, back in the day when Spill was still there. And now, because of the situation that we're doing, and we've decided we should do a podcast and do this video cast, we got to know each other. You know what? We got to know each other pretty well, and we sing through the same hymn book, at least, or sing on the same hymn sheet. So
this is a very articulate young man here, and we're going to have a lot of topics to discuss, because this is not just a review show. Sometimes we're just going to have discussions just like this.
Sometimes we're just going to bullshit.
And this is bugging me.
Go on, man.
It's kind of bugging me because it's just the times we're living in now, there isn't enough time to do all the things you want to do. And I'm talking about, as I said, media in particular. There's too much.
Say what, like...
Too much stuff, not enough time.
I'm going to say what I'm going to say. It's just like, you have an infinite amount of like media content, but just a finite time to watch it or to even consume it. It's crazy. I mean, the amount of times people say, "Have you seen the new Hannibal? Have you seen the new Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones or Walking Dead or
Arrow
or The Flash or
Batman's coming again,
Gotham?" Or you just sit there like, "Have you seen the new Community? Have you seen the new this? Have you seen the new that? Have you read this, read that?" I'm like, I don't have time. And even if I live to like 120, I don't want to spend majority of my time in front of a laptop, in front of a computer. Don't get me wrong. Some people do that. Like, hey, that's why we're on YouTube, and that's why you guys are going to be watching us, hopefully. But what I'm saying is, there is a life out there, and your media in itself should just be media, just entertainment, not life consuming. But we're going to talk a little bit more about that.
Well, people who are watching this channel, I want to talk to you for a minute. The thing is, you guys know that when I started off this channel, it was an anime channel. I love anime. I grew up on Japanese animation as well as westernized animation as well. But when I started this channel, I just wanted to talk about animation because it was nichey, or so I thought. When I came onto the scene on YouTube, I wasn't the only one, and then I saw there was a bigger world. Unfortunately, for me personally, the anime industry is not that great anymore, to put it lightly. I don't like the titles I'm seeing. But then, you know, I said to myself, there's a lot of other shit out there that will entertain me equally as much, if not more. So why don't I just broaden my mind? So I stepped out of my door, stepped out of my little anime house, and then I got overwhelmed by the sheer volumes of books, movies, video games, comics, and podcasts, people that I'm interested in. Apart from just being just things on the entertainment level, doing things just because you want to relax and be leisurely and enjoy consuming all this media.
Yeah. It's a passive kind of overwhelming side of it. Like almost a hypodermic syringe of, hey, just give me the shit. Don't let me think, just give me the shit. Whereas with some of the media that I'm into, especially in terms of podcasts, makes me think, makes me want to understand a little bit more, makes me want to look into the new world. And we're going to discuss a little bit more about that. But yeah, it's just the media content. Like, we're living in a great age. Not in terms of just television, but in terms of just everything in general, in terms of the media that we're having. We've got everything on our fingertips. But the thing is, do we have the time to watch all of it? Even though if half the shit is still really, really good, do we have the time to watch it? That's the thing.
The short answer is no. I
Yeah,
don't have enough
short
time.
answer is no, definitely
No,
not.
the short answer is no. So, people, what do you do? It's a question, it's a rhetorical question, it's a question to be answered. It's a question I ask myself all the time. What the hell do I do? How do I manage my time? What do I watch? And people who know me know that I list everything. I've got a list of anime, I've got a list of movies, I've got a list of books, I've got a list of comics. I just do lists. I try to do it sequentially, but man, people keep on piling shit on top of what I already have, whether I'm doing this video podcast for requests or whether it's stuff that people, my friends or my family are referring to me.
Yeah, no, it's just, for me, it's just like, I mean, I'm a massive, back in the day, I used to be a massive movie fan and a massive TV guy. Now, I'm not watching enough TV unless something really interests me. And movies now, I'm just like, you have to really kind of get me in terms of, I need to get recommended by critics or better, recommended by friends who say, dude, you would like this. But as I said, it's just, especially in TV, it's like we're living in a golden age of TV where the dramas now are much better, bigger budgets, great actors, movie stars are now saying, no, I don't want to do another movie. I want to do where TV is. That's where the money is. And that's great and all. It's just like, who has the effing time? Who's the fucking time to watch it? To watch all of it and to actually say, this is what we're watching. Now, for me, the easiest way of kind of manipulating that, not in terms of movies and in terms of TV, I listen to a lot of podcasts and I get through. Personally, I cannot survive without listening to podcasts. I have a shitload of podcasts, a lot of different types of podcasts. Some podcasts you might know, some podcasts you just like, never heard of it, but I would like to know a little bit more about it. But do you want me to talk about a little bit more about the podcast?
We're going to separate that because I just need to vent the frustration of being swallowed up by this monster of media. It's crazy.
You know what we feel like? I feel like an old man. I feel like there's too much shit out there. And I like, give me the days where you're just like, a movie comes out, one movie comes out, two movies comes out every week. On the cinema, that's fine. Like back in the day before the internet, that's what it was. 1 or 2 movies come out per week. 1 book, 2 books come out per week. A TV show, 2 TV shows come out. I mean, it's like you had 4 channels. That kind of thing. It was very simple. Shit was simple. Now, multi-channels and, internet
Netflix.
and downloads and Netflix. And I'm not complaining. Like, hear me out. We are not complaining about how we can get our content. That's not an issue at all. Or how fast the content is. It's just, and we're not complaining. We're just sitting there going like, there's so much out there and we would love to watch all of it. There's just not enough fucking time.
It just isn't.
Not enough fucking time.
And I know people that are doing projects. Like my boys at doubletoasted.com, like people like Caffeine Jedi, my bad, doing content, movie spoilers. I know people that are making content just like we're making content now, don't have time for that either. It's just so weird, man.
It's one of those things. It's a weird time. It's a weird time because we're in our 30s, right?
Yeah.
So we kind of technically grew up in the age. No, we haven't grown up. We're now in that kind of. We're now started in the fast stage of the internet, like the real broadband speed age. Back in the day, man, we had the 56 modems, the beep. We had that shit, so we couldn't download anything like that. So our content in terms of what we were getting was slow as fuck.
Yeah.
And we knew what it was slow as fuck until we knew what was coming out and what was coming in, so we could consume that when we needed to. Now we've got everything on our fingertips, and when we've got everything on our fingertips, all we want to see is cats playing pianos, or cats making frowny faces, or whatever cats do. Cats fucking rule YouTube somehow. We should get a cat, Dom. I'm telling you.
I don't have time for a cat.
I don't even have a time for a cat. Look, we don't have time for cats, man. But what I'm saying is, that's what's happening right now. Just too much shit's going on.
I'll tell you what. It was a little bit of a moan, but I just want to get that off my chest before we get into our next video, which is actually we're going to talk about what we actually do with our time and what we're actually into. Because I know some people have asked me personally in email, and I'm interested to know how you spend your time, what you actually listen to, what you watch. And so, but this was a short video, a short little moan about just being overwhelmed because honestly, I am. I really, really am.
Yeah.
It's too good to be. We live in a heaven.
We live in an age. We're like It's like living in a Playboy mansion. Kind of go. There's too many fucking women here, man. There's too much fucking women here. Like it's like complaining like that. We shouldn't be complaining. We really shouldn't. But that's how it feels like it is. Like we're complaining. There's too many women here.
It's true. Even pornography's free.
Yeah, dude. Pornography.
You can have it
free.
Don't cost nothing.
Doesn't cost a dime, man. Doesn't cost a dime.
Welcome to the future.
Doesn't cost a dime. Only costs your time. That's all it is.